going on, guys? So today we are actually coming to you from inside of our running, driving, registered Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins, which I'm super happy about. Only took 3 months to get it registered, but we're good now. So I don't normally bring you guys too many of these videos, but you've seen a lot of videos when it comes to automotive scan tools and automotive code readers. Now, I got an interesting product that I want to share with you guys. Some of you are going to love this thing, and some of you are going to absolutely hate it and think it's, you know, a little bit weird, but it's called the ThinkDriver. And basically what it is it's literally just an OBDII dongle that plugs into your OBDII port, and then you're going to use your cell phone for all of the diagnostic information. Now, right off the rip, I want to let you guys know that ThinkCar actually sent this to me for the purpose of the review. Doesn't skew my opinion in any way, shape, or form. If it's junk, I'll tell you it's junk. If it's great, I'm going to tell you it's great. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about this particular one, because what's super interesting about this is it is literally a mini version of my giant $4,000 scanner. It uses the same Launch X431 software that my scanner uses, that I paid tons of money for, and this thing on Amazon is like 62 bucks. But now here's the caveat, or the catch to all this. When you initially hook this thing up to your car, it will link to your VIN, and you will be able to do all of the diagnostics you want to do. It reads everything, including all of your engine diagnostics, ABS, airbag systems, body control modules. It does all of that. So you will be able to diagnose all of those codes that the cheap regular code readers just can't do. Now, being that it's a Launch X431 clone, basically, or a mini version of it, you get all of the functionality when it comes to being able to read data, read sensors, read ABS info, you know, find a bad ABS sensor, find a bad pressure sensor, you can do all of that because the live data is incredible. Now, the downfall is that when it comes to the reset features, as in airbag light reset, body control module reset, battery reset, tire pressure monitor resets, each one of those is kind of a la carte. So for each service you're paying a price, which in this case happens to be, I believe it's $9.99. So in some ways that's not great, but in other ways it's amazing, because if you think about it, if your car, you do all your diagnostics and everything's good, and now you have to reset your battery light, or you have to reset your airbag light, for instance. You pay 10 bucks, you reset it yourself, and then it's good for a year. That $9.95 gets you a subscription to reset that airbag light for a full year. It's not just a one-time thing. And with that being said, that's awesome, because you know what? In my large scan tool that I paid almost $4,000 for, it has all of that stuff, but it only works for a year. So every year I have to spend another $1,000 to upgrade that unit in order to get the latest and greatest for the newer vehicles. So I'm still spending $1,000 a year on a $4,000 piece of equipment because I need it. With you guys doing your own stuff, if you've got one car that you're constantly scanning, you can pretty much purchase every single item that you need in order to scan your car properly, and it's probably going to cost you 100 bucks. So I mean, yes, it is a pay-as-you-go type of thing. It is a, hey, I need this service, I need to buy that service, and then it installs on the app. And I don't know, I think it's pretty cool, because with the limited amount of stuff that you're going to have to do on your own car, it's not like you're going to be going from car to car to car to car. And they also give you the option to do full scans on more VIN numbers than just the one that you paid for, and that is also another pay service. So I believe it's $14.95. You go on there and you'll be able to utilize the software on another VIN. So basically, to each car that you go to with this unit, it's going to cost you 15 bucks. But if you've only got 2 cars in your family, you paid $30, plus the 62 bucks for the unit, and then whatever services you need. So it's sounding pretty good to keep it under that $4,000 mark plus $1,000 a year. So I highly recommend it. I kind of like the way that they did it. It's very intuitive and it's very interesting. And you know what? I may never have a problem with my airbag, so why would I need the airbag service? I might not ever have a problem with my ABS. Why would I need the ABS service? And luckily in this, they do give you ABS service reset and the airbag reset built into the software for free with your initial purchase price for 1 year. So you're good there. All right, with all that mumbo jumbo out of the way, you guys can continue watching this video. I'm going to try not to make it too long. We're at about 5 minutes now. But what I want to show you is we've actually got it up on our phone. I'm going to bring the camera down and we'll utilize this. So you basically just, you know, get a really fingerprinty phone. See if we can get it out of the light here. But what you're going to do is you're going to download the ThinkDriver app and you're going to hit it. And it'll bring it up. And we've already, let's see. Let's just get rid of this thing altogether and start over. Open up the ThinkDriver app. Click on your little dongle icon, which should be plugged in your OBDII port at this point. And it's going to connect. Once it connects, all system diagnostics. It's going to go through its process. It's going to read the VIN of the truck. And now that we've got the VIN, we've got the information, and you'll see at the bottom here, it says free trial, all system diagnostics, and 2 special functions. Hit OK. And it's going to go through and process all the stuff it needs to process. Alright, and so now we get our vehicle information, the VIN, the model year, the body style. We hit OK. And then we can choose what we want to do. So on this one, we're going to do a health report, because I know there's a ton of codes in this thing, and they're all over the place, and there's a reason for the codes. And while it's doing its health scan, it'll start coming up with different faults and everything else. And the reason we're going to come up with a ton of faults, guys, is because I ripped the radio out. The radio is a CAN bus radio, so nothing in the truck can communicate with the radio any longer, and it freaked out, which is perfect for this, because we'll be able to show you as soon as this is done going through its process. We're at 18% now, and we'll be going a little bit more. So guys, we're going to let this finish scanning, and as soon as it's done, we'll come back and show you. Alright guys, so here's what we came up with. We have all of our diagnostic trouble codes came up. We have the ability to rescan, clear the DTCs, or do a report and see what's going on. So let's do the report. And now this is going to show us what's going on with this vehicle. So we got a reverse lamp open control circuit, which we fixed. Ambient air temperature sensor circuit, which we fixed. Communication with the radio. Again, I showed you guys that the radio is actually out of the vehicle. And then we have an issue with the passenger airbag indicator, which we fixed. We've also got the secret key not stored in the PCM, which is an ongoing thing that I have to fix. And then we've got some normal other stuff. Then the professional report. So now we can see in the body control module, if we click on that, we've got the reverse lamp control circuit, ambient air temp sensor, and lost communication with the radio. Same thing with the HVAC, lost communication with radio, airbag system, lost communication with radio. So you guys kind of get the picture. It does do every module, which is amazing. So now we can hit the clear DTC button. Are you sure you want to clear the system fault memory? Yes. Engine cannot be running, so we'll shut the engine off quick. We'll hit OK. And now it's going to go through and it's going to clear all of the codes in the system, which I know all the radio codes are going to come back and everything else because the radio's not in it. But it's going to go through and clear all of the codes in the system. Alright, and there you go. All of the fault codes have been cleared, with the exception of the ones that I said would come back, such as the radio missing and all that other happy stuff. And of course the one DTC in the powertrain control module is going to be the key not being stored, which the key is stored. And you can go into that module, read the fault code, DTC info, see, skim secret key not stored in the PCM, which we know it is. So that is your basic scan tool type stuff. We can also look at data stream. If we do system selection, start the truck back up so that we're not dying in here because it's hot as hell. So now this is going to give us the option for the various systems within the vehicle. And so you can see we got the PCM powertrain control module, type 1 and type 2, the trans module, the ABS, airbag system, body control, intelligent power module, all the stuff, HVAC, radio, amplifier. It's all in here, guys. So it is literally, like I said, a mini version of Launch's software, the X431 platform, which is amazing. So now we can go into our powertrain control module. And then we're going to view data, read data stream, and then we can pick what we want. So in this one, we want to do the AC high side pressure. Let's do the ambient air temperature. Let's do a little boost pressure. Desired radiator fan. And then we're also going to do engine RPM. And then we'll do radiator fan speed. Hit OK. And now it's going to give us all of those values. So you can see our AC high side pressure is at roughly 195. Ambient air temperature, not necessarily 123 degrees, but that's what it thinks it is. Boost pressure is reading 15 psi because atmosphere is 14.7, 14.8 roughly. So that is what our current pressure is. Desired radiator fan, engine speed, radiator fan speed, and then you can see that all of this stuff updates as we go through everything. So super awesome. And then you can also set it to graph mode so you can see the graph. So all in all, guys, I mean, there's a ton of stuff you can do with this. It doesn't have the same bi-directional controls that we have in our full-blown scanner, but then again, a lot of times you don't necessarily need the full-blown bi-directional controls. You just need a full-blown scan tool that will read every single system in the vehicle, and that's what we have here with this little guy. Alright, so now we also have our maintenance functions, which I wanted to show you. We got ABS bleed, supplemental restraint system, airbag system, automatic lights, BMS, which is the battery setup. You can do the e-brake resets and things of that nature. So it's got all your TPMS stuff. It's all in here, guys. All the maintenance resets that you're going to need. And again, you have to purchase each one of these individually. However, I feel that it's 100% worth it. And then just your standard OBD functions, which it'll perform on pretty much any car. It's just going to be your stripped down base mode OBDII functionality. So it's going to find what protocol. This happens to be a CAN bus vehicle. It's going to read the VIN. We're good. We hit OK. And then we can read all of our actual just, you know, stock OBD info. And you got a flashlight. and an acceleration timer, which is kind of cool. I mean, it uses the accelerometer in your phone to figure things out, but all right, so that's the system in a nutshell. Let me bring you around and bring you my thoughts. All right, guys, so what's my thought on the ThinkDriver? Like I said, it's a little mixed. Being that it's X431 from launch, it's an amazing software. I've been using that for years with my Matco device, which is also a launch device. I do like the low initial cost of this, being that it's 63 bucks on Amazon. What I don't like about it is that I've been through their website back and forth, I've been through the app back and forth, and nowhere is there an explanation of what the charges are, what the costs are, until you actually go to purchase that particular product. So it's almost like once you get into a bind and you go to purchase it, then it tells you how much it is. Now, they have a system where you can earn points by referring other people, and you know, it's kind of one of those like Avon Lady type things where you refer this person, you get a discount. You refer that person, you get a discount. You can earn points by, you know, repping the product and everything else, but ultimately you're going to end up paying for everything. Even with that being said, with none of the pricing being transparent in any way, shape, or form until you're ready to do a purchase, I still think it's worth it. I still think that, you know, if you're using it on a single vehicle or maybe even two vehicles, that you're going to end up being okay with it. And again, it is a subscription-based service, so guys, know that before you get into one of these. So for instance, like the Chrysler service, I know is $14.95 for 1 year. It's 15 bucks for an entire year of diagnostics for that car. That's awesome. However, you got to pay another 15 bucks, and then you do another car, you got to pay another 15 bucks, and then that becomes 30 bucks a year instead of 15 a year. And again, the pricing system is somewhat convoluted, and it is very non-transparent. There is no like menu per se of what things actually cost, and that's one of the things, ThinkDriver, if you're watching this video, do yourselves a favor and make the costs up front. Let everybody know exactly what they're going to pay for every portion of it, because mechanics like myself will buy something like this provided that I can see all of the pricing ahead of time and know what I'm getting into and know what I'm going to be spending, so that I can compare that to buying a $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 scan tool or utilizing something from your product lineup. So with that being said, guys, yes, I would recommend it. Again, just know that the pricing is going to be a little bit non-transparent, and you're going to have to kind of go about it in a way where, you know, if you don't mind spending 15 or 20 bucks to scan your car and potentially repair your car yourself versus taking it to a dealership and spending 100 plus just for one single diagnostic, then it's for you. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description. I want you guys to go take a look at this thing. If it's for you, awesome. If it's not, awesome. I think it works really well. It's X431. It's not going to be a piece of garbage. However, you do have the subscription-based service. So use your judgment. I like it. I think it's great. But use your judgment. Figure out what you want to do. And, yeah, pick one up. But, anywho, on that, pretty soon on this truck, we're going to be doing a full build breakdown, going through everything that it cost me, what we paid for it, and everything else. So stay tuned for that video. That'll be coming soon. And on that note, I'm going to go get some lunch because I'm starving. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.